Oh yeah, loading the save file to get the fix. Oh yeah, loading the save file to get the. Yeah,
Oh my God.
I think the transition time got reset on that transition again, Zfresh.
Yeah,
You
rip.
can tell I played Rebirth 2 not too long ago. I tried holding down L1 to skip the stuff.
So I noticed there.
Oh boy!
I mean, I did the same thing. I was playing the game earlier today after doing the net run, and I kept trying to hold L2 to skip. I'm like, why is it skipping? I'm like, oh, wrong game.
Okay.
I have so many different games in my head right now. Never submit. But I did. Bad for your head.
Okay. So we're at good end right now. We have EndeavorGaming that's taking over this. Everyone's been questioning why the time is a little bit high. We have Endeavor who is starting kind of recently the new game, and he's been doing New Game Plus more often. But we have everyone here to help support. So as long as
Hello all.
as long he's at least he doesn't have to deal with money routing. So. Well, money is going to be the kind of thing. So, I believe Endeavor's ready to roll.
I hope you're not sick of me yet, guys. As he said, I am the New Game Plus guy, but I have been keeping up with New Game as frequently. I know everything about it, but implementing it in the actual run with my own muscle memory is why I'm a bit slower on the time as, let's say, the true end.
Yeah, go ahead. You finish.
I don't even know what I was about to say. I was just winging it, so you say what you're about to say.
Okay, so I kind of, personally for me, I was kind of like disappointed that Twitch was not able to approve the emotes, but it will be approved eventually at some point since you guys are getting gift subs or subbing. I managed to get in contact with someone to at least put the emotes in temporarily. So we do have Izume Salute, which is Izume, Redhead Izume, in Frankenface Z, and Kurumi Death Stare. Now the problem with the Kurumi Death Stare is that the other one is still there, so you're gonna get the other one instead before the new one. Anyway, I also put the Uni Never Misses emote, so you can enjoy that for the last 2 runs. So that is it for me until we get to the very end. Let's get this moving since we're on time. So when Endeavor wants to give a countdown, we're ready to go.
Alrighty, I will do it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So the main difference between good ending and bad ending is that good ending has 3 extra dungeons, and it has to do the corrupted figures fight, which is arguably one of the hardest fights in the entire game. So he has to save more SP items and healing items from the start of the game that will carry over to HDNMarathon. We'll also see him do some grinding on Bird, which was mentioned before, and he will have to spend some extra money on the Neptunia's story to get the scout by investing on public relations. So he's getting the safe healing grasses, which is a range between 6 or 7 guaranteed grasses, which save 600 or 700 credits. As I mentioned, we want to play as safe as we can. Same thing with True Ending. I will be doing some stuff differently than other players. That's all because it's all set in my head. I got 4 SP charges there. It's all like just in the muscle memory. So I'll try to point out the best I can anything that I know or that I do differently than most other runners. But pretty much most of the start is the same. I will just be trying, like Aaron said, to use less items if the game will allow.
Yeah, I mean there are particular items that you're trying to hold on to. Netball C, Healing Pod, and Exuberant Fragment. You don't really care about any of the others.
I forgot.
It's just those 3 types of items. Because you just need big heals to survive the CPU fight. You can still get a reasonable quantity of life fragments and healing grasses. Not that you would ever use a healing grass on the CPU fight, but like, you don't have to worry too much about your counts of those other items.
I don't exactly have these memorized. I think that's fine. Now we're starting off strong here with an encounter. Showing off the lack of running away that we were talking about in the last run at the start of the game.
Yeah, this is something I've noticed a lot with the new game good ending runs. You don't run away as much from these fights, and it does warrant some good things out of it once you do it a couple times.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically just RNG. It happens in Bad End as well, where it's just whether you actually get the fights in the first place. Cho mostly got decent luck at the start of the game.
My brain jumped ahead in the run. So that was a pointless 2 encounters. The game is punishing me. Make sure I don't do it again. I understand, game. I won't do it again.
You're good.
The game goes re at you, but the game understands.
Now we go that way. This is how to look at those 5 cutscenes first, or 6. I don't think it was really talked about in the last run, but you'll be seeing me jump a lot. It doesn't really do much, like in the long run. It increases your accuracy of your moves, which is really strange that jumping will increase the accuracy stat, but it does. And even though it's not by much and won't really have a noticeable effect at all, we just want all the accuracy we can get.
Yeah, you're basically doing it just because it doesn't lose time.
Yeah, your accuracy stat in these games is the tech stat, and for some reason
it's just AC.
And
what are you talking about? No, it's tech. That's what it's called.
That's what I said, tech.
I thought you said attack.
Oh,
That's
no.
why I got confused.
It's your tech stat, which is for some reason increased when you jump. I wish my accuracy in real life would increase when I jump.
Yeah, I think we all do. That would be really nice.
Really unfortunate bit location there, so you can't go the quickest way.
That is an odd choice to do with this game, though, for some that odd reason. Like, I don't get why. And it's never really, the devs never really explained why jumping increased your accuracy in the form of tech.
I mean, they don't really explain why all the other challenges happen anyway. They just do. They just kind of arbitrarily gave each challenge a stat that sort of vaguely relates to what it is sometimes, but not always. Like the distance one gives you agi, you can kind of justify that. The ones where you use skills give you SP, okay, but then some of them are just completely random.
That one gave me 2 SP chargers, so I know I'm back on a good track. I'm going to stop my jumping because I think level 2 is really just a good stopping point. And
level 3 is about the most you can practically get to. Z-Fresh,
I
think, has gone up to level 4
man,
in the run
dude,
before.
the low roll, the lowest roll you can get.
It was pretty close to the lowest roll, yeah. 675, I think it's like 650 for the actual lowest roll, so pretty damn bad, shall we say.
Actually, I'm gonna keep you here. And I totally accidentally, on purpose, did that to work out in the end.
Yeah, 600 to 1200, so that was within 50 of the lowest roll possible. Then the later ones are 650 to 1300, so if you get another 650 then you can really count yourself unlucky.
Now, you saw me not be S or HDD anymore with Uzume. The reason why is because you can't do your team skills unless everyone is in their human form or transformed. I think it's just they all have to be the same form.
Yeah.
And I ain't been keeping count of my encounters, so I don't even know how many.
I mean, we didn't really keep count during the other one either. But I think you've gotten more unlucky in the early game than he did so far.
Oh, come on. There we go.
Yeah, at this point your run chance isn't that bad anymore. It's really just before you beat those two bosses that your run chance is really bad. So those two bosses level you up to 10, and by this point your run chance is decent. But
That's one thing I do that most other runners don't do. Like, I stock up on just a few extra grasses there. Most people just keep the 7.
well, no, most people buy 11 there. What are you talking about?
I don't ever notice that. Oh god. Why is this
Normally
not
we
working?
just go into the shop and buy 11. But either way, it's fine. You should have enough if you get a not terrible Dark Purple fight. Might need a retry or two if you get really bad luck.
No, I bought up to 12, so I'm fine. I mean, I'm fine
I
to
ran
a
out
point.
with 11.
I know.
Yeah, try had 11 and he ran out, so...
Well, he got
We all
EXC'd
see.
a lot. Yeah, it's up to the Dark Purple whether
It
or not
really
12
is.
is enough. And also, please give me some money. No, dude.
What did we get
968.
this time? That's pretty much, well, not quite bang in the middle, but very close. The middle is actually exactly 1,000.
Oh crap!
No, it's
how did that
slightly
not?
less than
How did
1,000.
that not work? There we go. We're fine. Oh shit!
Yeah, the
I didn't mean
middle
to
is
do that.
975, so you're actually almost exactly average for that one, but of course the first one was below
Oh,
average.
that missed though. We're fine.
Okay. Yeah, the cats are
Now
slightly
I
more
have 10.
dangerous than the paper flames.
They actually did a bit of damage with their attacks.
Hmm.
And I mean, they normally do a bit of damage, but they did a bit more. But it's fine. I'll be saving like always. I got 2 SP chargers again. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah, on SP charges you're doing pretty well.
I'm gonna. I don't actually.
At this point they might hit 10k before I get to announce what 10k actually is. That would be a meme.
Yeah, I think it was that save. I wasted a couple seconds trying to remind myself which save it was.
I mean, could you have just put it on a new slot?
I didn't want another one. I have too many.
Alright, alright.
But here we are again at randomness fight, starting off with the EXE. And then
Well, not an XE, but you know, it's just any attack is the same at the start. She can't use her actual XE because you're too high on health, but any attack is the same because you're all on the same platform. And they all have the same power, I think, or within like 5.
Oof.
So, how is this gonna go? Oh, yeah, another late AoE. Should be pretty low on healing grasses now, so I'd watch out.
We're good.
Okay, got really good fight actually. Besides one AoE. So,
First try, let's
neither of
go.
them actually got a nuke at all from Dark Purple 1 yet. That's 2 fights in a row with no nuke, that's actually pretty rare.
Interesting to see if the true ending runner is going to have the same luck not getting that nuke.
Yeah, we sure hope so, but it would be quite lucky. That being said, it's not like the luck that Cho and Endeavor got has any impact on what luck Laura is going to get. So
Yeah, this game is
it's
really
just-
showing off what the differences can be in encounters, especially in the Z art. Because Cho was actually pretty good. I think I've gotten about 10 or more so far.
Yeah, Cho got decent luck in Zero Dimension, started to cool off after that though. At least you didn't get any encounters close to this dungeon, because if you get an encounter too close to the dungeon it can be a much higher level monster, which will outspeed you.
And because I got really low rolls on that first one and just mediocre rolls on that second one, that third one made up for it though, but it's still not enough total. I'm going to get the backup sword, and that's an oh no moment.
1364, that's pretty close to the maximum actually. The maximum is 1380, so you're within 16 credits of the maximum.
I only have 4 grasses. I did go a little risky on how many grasses to buy, but
Oh, you're fine
It's
on
fine.
grasses. You only need like 2 or 3 against this boss. Normally.
coming up is a bunch of really hard to dodge enemies, especially if they're standing together, like they are.
Yeah, you sometimes have to
maybe
just
I
wait and
risk it.
let them
Okay, we're good.
move into a more favorable spot. Yeah, that was actually a really good risk to take because they were blocking each other. That's one of the best ways to get around big mobs is have them block each other. Like the dinosaur was facing away from you and he was blocking the robot.
Oh no, he had to go that way, didn't he? Oh well, long way around it is.
So we are of course coming up to the end of the CPU war, so if you guys want to change positions at all, you only have maybe 4 more chances now, I'd say. 3 or 4, depending on how these 2 runs go.
What? Come on, my stick flicked. Oh man, I was banking on her surviving.
Yeah, I think you're about right on that. You also should know that at this, I think around the same time, every 1,000
Ooh,
coins
that's a
you
gold.
donate, you get access to giveaways at the end of the event marathon. So if you're looking to do that, and you get those in as well by the end of the next run, I do believe.
That's,
Yep.
This is 2 runs in a row with a maximum number of enemies you can have here. Will the true and run feature the least amount of enemies?
We will see.
That is a good question. We'll find out.
So when will Vert win the CPU war? I
And-
think so far out of the 3 wars, we've actually had 1 win for Neptune, 1 win for Blanca, 1 win for Noir.
And here's something else I do differently than others. I actually buy the steel bracelet and go ahead and get that over with. Whoops.
Yeah, and this is the reason why he needs extra money in early game compared to other runners, is that he needs 1,000 extra to make the steel bracelet, which doesn't do anything, but if you forget it, then obviously it loses time by the time you actually need it, so
We're copying
it's just peace of mind to get it
Cho.
out of the way.
Oh my god, except it's a bit worse. Oh dear.
I would just kill that one and try again, honestly. Oh, you got away anyway. But for those early game encounters, I generally just try and kill them instead of running away.
Got it again.
I am going to save on the way back. I don't waste no healing grasses on the way back, like you saw Cho do.
Fair.
It is
You
a
need to save
bit
for
more.
the actual boss battle, of course.
Yeah, I save before the boss and before on the way back. I mean, in case no one figured it out, after dying to a doggo like I have before, you become a little weary of this game. So
Death by Dogu.
I have a very,
Let's be honest.
The
I have a-
worst way to go.
I have a very infamous clip of a live forever of just legit dying to a doggo. And then I will also be saving here. Although Cho may have had a backup save reason why he didn't. But
yeah,
I will.
I don't think he did. He did save everywhere else that you would normally save, but I don't think he saved here for whatever
Oh
reason.
yeah, I didn't save at the dragon.
Yeah. Either way, we're going into the dragon, and we'll see how it goes.
Save there.
Leave this to me. Let's
Mhm.
end this.
Oh, that's a very early double turn.
My opponent. Leave this to
That
me.
kind of
No,
confused
this
me.
is normally the time when you get the double turn. You get it like the second or third turn, yeah. But either way, just carry on with the usual method. We already talked at length about this fight during Tro's run, and it's no different here.
Leave this. My turn. Let's end this. My turn. End this. My turn. Leave this to me.
I could have SB charged there. That was a whoopsie on my end. Not a big deal though.
End this. My turn.
Oh god.
My
Oops.
opponent.
That's one thing I don't think you saw in the last run.
Leave this to me.
An over 1,000 damage attack.
Yeah.
Twice.
My wounds. My opponent.
I'm gonna risk it.
Ah,
Oh, okay. It was worth it to risk it.
Oh man.
He could have had his double turn instantly. He could have waited a few turns. Thankfully, he waited a few turns. Oh, we're home clear.
Yeah, I don't think we even have any more incentives unless people really want to donate to the Yes No Is My Salute War.
Okay, we are good. I have 16 grass. I used 14. Only 3 more than Cho.
Yeah, you're fine.
We get 3 saves within 2 minutes of each other.
More incentive, but it was basically between all the incentives, people donate it's like 2 million points, and then he would make that the replica of the sword for somebody.
Alright, in this dungeon in particular, I'm going to ask for just complete silence because it is a bit hard to hear if I get the like the enemies coming after me sound. Move away, please. Don't take one micro step at a time. Alright, we're good. I made it.
Yeah, like Zephyr said, he did initially say 1 million, but we knew that 1 million was probably going to be a bit too easy to hit.
Alright, for anyone who knows about my channel, you would know the emote EndeavorRNG. It was made thanks to this boss fight right here, because I get some special RNG on this fight. I truly do.
I died once. Can Zero get the first try?
It's... well, it's a chance. Like, this is one of the most likely bosses to kill you in the whole game, up there with Dark Pepper 1 and Keisha 1. Like, probably the third highest chance. If, maybe even the second. Depends. It really depends on how many healing items you have for Keisha, because that changes the probability of dying to it drastically. But this fight is just basically the same unless you're really, really understocked. Anyway, it's gone pretty much as usual so far, although he didn't stock up as much as Cho did before the half health mark, so it's going to be slightly more dodgy. But I think the damage rolls have been decent so far at least. One thing that can happen on these two fights, this one and the next one, although the next one isn't as much of a threat, is that you can get really, really bad damage rolls because of all the misses, and you can legitimately run out of SP charges. And on this fight in particular, you're just screwed if that happens. The next one, you can sometimes wing it with just comboing with Big Net.
Alright! Yes!
Oh god.
That was quick, but it is over.
Oh,
A
my
quick
heart.
win, actually.
Good shit,
So-
Zero.
Just the fact that when you survive the EXE, both characters do, that's grounds for celebration, because that rarely happens. I actually don't know how many grasses I have left. I need to actually look at that.
You're fine on...
Yeah,
well,
we're
I mean,
good.
you're stuck up to 10 at the shop anyway. So...
Oh crap, I'm already out of SP. You know what, we'll waste the SP charger on Big Nep.
you can use the PSP. Like, that's actually better to use in early game than late game. Because it makes no difference in late game to have it, really. Apart from maybe on Fimojos in a really situational thing.
I just don't use it.
What
Here.
do you use it for? Nothing at all.
I don't know. Just not
It's
here.
like nothing that needs it. Either way, yeah, like you're just going for the finish. Big Net by far the most damage, even though they can do a little bit. And Netgear does very little at all unless she criticals.
What I'll be doing
Either way.
here is I'll be getting a couple grasses and 3 SP charges. I always get exactly 3, 1 for each character from the coming up fight.
Yeah, as long as you can afford route building. Well, if you do route building first, then obviously that's out of the way.
I don't even have enough. We're gonna have to risk it with this. Did I even? Nope, I didn't even buy them. Is 700 enough? I don't actually have the
Yeah,
number
it's only
memorized.
200 for route building, I think. It's like a special cheap one.
Alrighty.
After this, it costs what, 500 per tile, I think it is. But this one's only 100 per tile. Yeah, nice to you like that.
I
Oh
think
my
that is
lord.
correct.
We're gonna do this every dot. I want to see that actually. We are, dude. We are, dude.
Play with me? I'm a going here.
Legitimately 3 in a row so far.
Okay.
Remember, it's a
Okay.
15, as in
Okay.
1.5% chance of an encounter every tile.
No, dude. I didn't want one here.
I'm ready anytime.
Oh well, you managed to get it over like 6 or 7 tiles without an encounter at least.
Going here.
But yeah, the encounters here are now worse because it's no longer
Here.
a low level tile.
Let's do our best.
So he got a non-flame Fenrir. Not the worst thing in the world, but still bad.
Like a buddy.
Since it takes away 1 healing grass for R4.
Like a buddy.
That being said, R4 free is
Like a buddy.
one of those fights where it's normally,
no.
if you're gonna win, it's normally over fast.
Turn.
And if it takes a long time and uses a lot
That's
of healing grasses, you're quite often going to lose anyway.
Why'd you turn left? He knew I was coming.
Oh dear. Oh well.
Like a buddy.
Are you gonna pick up the chest for the third one or not bother?
Like a buddy.
I guess you are heading that direction already, yeah.
Oh, you're talking about this? We tried, yeah.
Yeah. You actually got 2, so now you're at 4, so definitely all good there.
Whoops. Too many circle presses.
Scratch myself.
Oh, come on, Endeavor. Stop.
How is
Alright, going into this fight, not full health is a bit risky, but I think my amount of health I am down is still not too bad at all, so...
Yeah, I mean, normally R4, you can live about 2 hits from full, so as long as you can still live 2 hits, it should be better to not heal than it is to heal. And, I don't know, it might be a bit marginal, but anyway. So, yeah, we didn't specifically mention this in the last run, but you have to go the long way around in this dungeon because you don't have the power bracelet level 2.
like a buddy?
Endeavor has the power bracelet level 1, so he could go part way through the other path, but then there's some level 2 blocks afterwards.
Like a buddy.
So,
Like a
you're always going to slow way in New Game because there's no way you can get level 2 power bracelets until quite a bit further into the story.
Alright. Praise be unto no EXE.
I shall
Yeah.
go forth.
Like I said, this fight
Just kidding.
will normally go fast if you win, and if you lose, I mean, if it goes slow, then you're probably going to lose anyway. We'll see though. It is possible to win it slowly, it's just not all that likely.
It is pretty weird to see her concentrate on Uzume instead of Dignip. There we go.
So yeah, HUD neck gear as fast as possible because generally it will save you, or it will let you do 1 extra skill.
Spinning everywhere. All right, I'll go cobbling.
Alright, that should be fine.
Gonna die. Someone help. No longer have doubt. I shall
Just don't do it.
Spike.
Oh no! No, that's not gonna matter in the end. We're fine. I hope.
Let's nip me.
Okay, yeah, we're fine.
I'm home.
And there we go.
Not bad.
So first try there as well. Pretty smooth 0 arc so far apart from the number of encounters.
Ooh,
You might
now
have to buy
that,
some EP
that-
chargers.
that was actually
No, I think he's kept 2 SP charges still, so 1
Oh.
for each battle and he's fine.
yeah, I guess I didn't have this done, that little left way memorized as much as I thought I did, so I'm not going to take the 0.3 second time save there. But yeah, I saved 2 SP chargers. I didn't have no encounters on the way to the first one. I'm the only one, I think, who does this one first. So that's another thing I'll point out.
I sometimes do this one first as well, but that's only because of that like placebo belief that this one does slightly less damage. When I'm pretty sure they're just identical in every way.
I don't even know why I do it first. This is something I've done since 2016.
Actually, I should go and have a look at the monster stats and see if they really do have any differences, since I have those now. It might just be the attack selection is slightly different and one of them is slightly more likely to do less damage. Let's have a look.
What should I do? All right. Into the specimen book. Finally. I no longer have doubt.
Okay, Kahul.
everywhere. Let's
Okay, so
I shall go forth.
this guy has three attacks. One of them's 240 and the other two are 200. Ignis has 5 different attacks actually. No, 6 different attacks.
Gonna die.
And 5 of them are 200 and one of them's 240. So in theory, Kahul should actually do more damage. Interesting. Not sure why it's different then.
I almost went straight to the second one. New game plus too strong.
Yeah.
I did that in my true NPB. The 217. Everyone thought it was ogre. Even I did. Alright.
Yeah,
But
you actually managed to win.
Yep, albeit very slowly. 2 encounters is okay between the base to and getting to both bosses even after healing. So we're on pretty good encounters.
Yeah, I mean, you got all your encounters out of the way at the start of the Zero Direction. Clearly that's how it works.
Yep.
Absolutely how it works.
That's because I did a certain ritual at the beginning of the day and made sure to do like the RNG manipulation. Like I twisted my left foot 3 times. So the start of the run's gonna have it bad, but the rest of the run's gonna be good. That's not how it works. Don't believe me. I'm kidding. By the way. If anyone wanted to take that seriously, you can twist your foot all you want. The game won't care.
What should I do? Let's nip things up. I guess we have to do this. Gonna die. Someone help. I no longer have doubt. All right. I won't hold back. I shall go forth.
Thankfully, Neptune has ridiculously big range with her attack. You can even attack the foe even if it doesn't look like you should.
Going here. All right. I'm ready anytime.
Not running on a fight with 6 enemies is always so bad, especially when you do it 3 times in a row. Come on, run.
Let's go.
Oh boy.
It doesn't matter who you are. I'll fight to the fullest. Going here. I'm home.
Alright, stopping right there, the second and last dot. If the game will let me get there first.
My turn. Let's go.
Almost.
To fight me. It's my turn. Here. I'm Neptunia. It's nice to meet
Saving because the dot before the final boss will give you level 36 enemies, which is a no-brainer.
Let's go.
And we get it! The dot. Okay. Please don't do it. The skill cell, dude. I'm loading to save.
I'll be serious.
There's also a slight chance Dark Purple 2 could straight up kill you.
Myself too hard.
Especially when Uzume has 1200 health. So we're just going to load this save real quick.
If she does enough AoEs in a row.
Yeah, never a bad call there. Dark Dark 2 is kind of one of the tougher bosses in the early part of the run.
I won't hold back.
I think she has to do 3 AoEs to kill the entire party. They are just damage range of shoot.
Uzume's turn. Finally.
Yeah, Dark Purple 2 is just inconsistent as all hell because Neptune has quite a high dodge rate on her, by which I mean the CPU Neptune, not Big Neptune, so, like, if it can look like Dark Purple 2 is completely useless if she just keeps targeting Neptune and keeps missing. She is targeting Neptune, but she isn't missing that much.
Alright, if we count it by IL, then we had a 31-35 ZR, which is very good. It's acceptable.
Yeah, not too bad.
Alright, I do combos even though I have no idea. Actually, we'll only do blondes. Because I really don't think I have to do the others, even though I've been doing them in the past. Wait, we don't have to attack on here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you want combo for Vert, really, just in case your
Whoops.
lizards go poorly. So I guess you should set one on Vert at some point, but...
Oh yeah, that's true. Send me a reminder as soon as we start Vert route.
Noir, I mean, with the way you play Noir, I don't think you need it.
Alright,
I
first
used
things
to use
first,
the combo on Noir,
investment.
but other people don't.
Get level 2 public relations specifically for this scout. That will come in handy later.
Actually, no, the way you play a certain boss in Noir, you need a combo on her as well. What am I talking about? The horse boss you need a combo for, with the way you play him.
So the hindsight was 2020, huh?
Hmm.
I knew I did it for a reason, but my brain and always in the past was telling me, no, you're doing this for no reason. Oh well. Minor time loss. We'll just say a minute total between Noir and Vert.
That's minor in comparison to what you could lose otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, it isn't actually going to be that much at all. It might be like 10 seconds to set the combo on each of them. Plus, you want to move... Well, I mean, it would... I was going to say you want to move Blanc, but that's Blanc and you've already got a combo on her. Because you always want to move Blanc to slot 2 at the start of every Blanc in full game.
Oh,
Unlike
what? I didn't even...
Dial.
What? I didn't even hear his thing, and that counter was during one of your pauses between words. The game just tricked me.
Weird.
Wow. How much damage did he do? I should be
Not
fine.
much.
I should be fine as long as he doesn't AoE. I'll grab this for no reason. It could come in handy during the later
You
fights.
can grab the 1 or 2 grasses just before the event fight if you want to play it really safe.
Oh yeah, in the pit.
Yeah, I have died to this R4 a couple times in some really good runs, so I'll probably be the only one of us 3 to save here.
Gotta be careful.
She loves to EXE me
forgot there
or
was a save
AoE
there.
me over and over again.
I never noticed that save there.
Yeah, it's really far out of the way.
Yeah, this is basically exactly the same deal as Dark Purple 2. You've got a really high evade rate, but if you don't evade her stuff, she can actually kill you.
And I have really bad luck with them evading. See? I didn't evade that.
Oh
Okay.
jeez.
Yeah, you took pretty much full damage from on both characters. That's quite amazing.
That's why I save, and probably will be the only one to save. Alright, minimum monsters, please. Nope. 720! Oh, I got it. Nice. The 360 no scope. I don't know why I said 720, but oh, close enough.
So
The 720 no scope. I spun around twice, so you guys just didn't see it.
Oh heck.
So what I call this 360 no scope is basically just spinning around in a circle and blindly aiming at multiple enemies. Because at first, if is not aiming at multiple enemies, I didn't get it that time. And whenever I successfully landed, I call it a 360 no scope because that's basically what it is.
oh, missed it there.
Yeah, unfortunately, since he missed it there, he actually got an extra turn on the bunny because the bunnies outspeed Compa, but not Neptune or IF. So you want to kill all the bunnies before it's Compa's turn.
I was just checking
Oh, bad dot.
I was just checking my items there to see how many life frags I have. I have 11, so I'm really good on life frags.
The most hated dot.
Yep. The lone dot that
Yeah.
no one would think they would get an encounter on. But you actually get an encounter there seemingly all the time.
Yeah, you get 4 chances of getting a dot on that encounter on that dot. So it's actually quite likely to get at least one. But
The IL killer.
yes. Neptune is at the point where one encounter kills the IL.
Oh, come
Well,
on.
not all of them are. I would say that Neptune is and Blanc is.
Yeah.
Noir not so much, obviously, because Noir has so many encounter chances.
Now, Blonde can still beat Aaron's time with one encounter, or you can get a sub 6 at least. I don't remember exactly what Aaron's time is. You can get a sub 6 with one encounter, but pretty much the rest of the idea has to be spot on perfect.
Oh, his was encounterless.
Yeah, he had an encounterless, but a few flubs here and there.
So like my current Blanca LPB is like a 552 or something like that. So if you combo camera off,
Oh,
so
no,
actually
dude.
get a sub 6 with one encounter.
Leave things. We've been building a stock of
Oh, that's not if unfortunate, but at least it didn't crash.
Well, you still get to go through the second half of Planet Park first floor after all. Well, not half, because it is less than half, but there is a good chance, well, not a good chance, but a chance that you still crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've never seen it crash beyond this room.
It's
No,
happened quite a bit with me and Aaron, where
Oh, really?
we crash in the second half.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I mean, you're safe once you get to the actual second floor.
I've
from what
never
I can
had
tell.
that first enemy see me before. I heard a digit and I was like, what enemy is that? Oh, okay.
Hedgehog thing. At least they always call it hedgehog.
I'm also a list and probably be the only one to save here. Oh wait, no, I think Cho did.
No, I just ran straight through it.
Okay.
You don't scare me. I've no intention of running
Why am I
away.
let deaf on the scene?
What should I do?
Okay, we can get to him on the compass first turn, which is actually pretty good. Most of the time it takes like 2 turns. You have to defend and then get closer.
What should I do?
Oh! That AoE did nothing. I've never seen it do that little damage before.
I think that was a shuriken. Or whatever it is.
Try going here. Is everyone alright?
Oh yeah, he has that shuriken with a really weird hitbox. It's quite big, but I don't think it's actually the full field.
You know, at first I was wondering why am I golding so much here, then I remembered, oh yeah, these are my Trillion splits, just cut down. Oh, that's not a good start. If died in 1 turn, which is what I was talking about earlier. They can die in either 1 or 2. Oh god. Ooh, Compa lived at least.
My turn.
At least someone wants to live if...
Who's my opponent? Who's the target? I've been waiting. I'm all ready. My turn. I'll make these things to me. Can't wait. Don't now.
Oof.
Who wants to die?
2-turn death is not good. I'm just gonna back up, or safety heal there, even though that's probably the first time I've ever used a healing grass in this fight.
My wound. This can't who's the target?
We're fine. This is okay.
Let's try.
This fight's the freest fight in the game.
Going up against a boss like this feels so nostalgic.
If you lose here, I want to see a recording of it.
Up,
You do sometimes get an encounter when you're healing, but because it's only doggos, it doesn't matter.
I've been waiting.
Since you have to go 1 tile off the town to heal your SP, so that you can go back onto the town and heal your SP.
This fight is so free that you can forget to heal and still really have not much of a problem. I've done that before. Save, because I have a problem with forgetting to save here most of the time. So I'll skip right
Yeah.
to Blonde. Alright, something else I will do that no one else will do probably is I will reset until I get 2 healing pods, so prepare to possibly see this beginning part a bunch.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, you got 2 anyway, naturally.
It's fair play.
Game cheated!
Get this sweet. Now who's my
I got
Yeah,
outside of his
That
range,
jelly
dude.
was quite consistent.
I think I can waste 1 more.
Yeah, you can use like 2 skills, possibly even 3. You can definitely use at least 2 anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I mean, strictly you only need like 1 skill on the turtle, but 2 is better. And did you set a combo yet? I'm not sure if you have.
Yeah, you're supposed to remind me. Thank you for pointing it out.
Well, I guess maybe you should do it after you get the healing pod. But
Oh well.
no big deal if you've already done it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if you have the healing
We're
pod.
just gonna get the
right
healing
there,
pod
but-
first try. It's okay. We didn't. I saw 2 on the other thing. Whoops.
You got 2
Mostly
adventure RPGs, oh boy.
We get 2 RPGs, guys. 3. This is another reason why the estimate's so high, because I knew this was going to be a thing that might troll.
Endeavor, you also need rush combos from the...
Oh yeah, you want to set... You only want standard combos, and you just want to change the second one to the spare one, rather than changing all the others.
Don't do it! He did it!
Who did it? The little bug or the... Yeah, the little
Bugs.
bug.
Can you
Oh god,
take
it's got
damage?
a crab in it.
Oh.
Now who's my opponent?
Shrimp.
It's my turn.
You can combo the shrimps to death,
Who's my opponent?
if you have a combo set.
Child,
I'll heal. I don't know how much damage the boss does, but I'll do just in case heal. Well, that's really unfortunate. Getting an encounter at the very beginning twice?
Hmm.
Even for me, that's rare. That's saying something.
Well, hopefully this time.
Whee! The second try is a charm.
Alright, so you want to set the second standard combo to I think it's S and Spear or something like that and leave everything else unchanged. Like the extra slot. Yeah, leave that one there and set to S and Spear. And then it'll do more damage, even though the lower one has more power. But combo traits are better than power.
Guaranteed crit.
Okay.
That's the reason why you use the combo that we do on Blonde Story as well, is combo trait.
That was
Anyway, the
good.
turtle isn't too much of a threat. At least you managed to get the SP charge the first try, while Cho had to get it second try.
now it's my... Okay. So,
Oh yeah, if you go to the side then the 2-shot on this guy is pretty much guaranteed.
we did things
It's kind of like the one in Blonde Story as well. If you go to the side of that one then it's guaranteed 2-shot.
finally here.
Or very very close anyway, to guaranteed. But no one goes to the side of it because that wastes too much time in an IL.
Go. Attack me from anywhere. Did things going here?
Oh, come on.
Let's end this quick. Straight for child's play.
Yeah, Noir's currently in the middle, so it's hard for her to reach the edge to run away, plus she can't run away because she's Noir and has no luck stats, so you just end up killing all these encounters. Luckily they are doggoos and birds that die to one combo, which is the other nice thing about setting up the combo for Noir, other than its use on Endeavor's strat for the horse boss coming up. You might be able to kill them with a default combo, but I think it might be a range on the birds.
I want to hope I get as lucky as Cho and not even have to use a combo.
Well, yeah, we'll see.
But it depends on all on your skills damage ranges. Oh, yeah, I didn't even pay attention if I have level 2 or not. I usually have level 2 by... Oh no, okay, I shouldn't have level 2 by now. I should when I start fighting the jellies. Okay,
Yeah.
I remember now.
Yes, Noir and Uni you can also grind jumps on. Again, it only gives you 7 total tech stat to get
Wait,
to
no,
level
I
2, so...
Wait, no, I have it by now. I'm gonna just stop. Oh, no, 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 no! I realized that was a risky move, and then he noticed me, so I was like, oh,
Notice me playing Fenrir Senpai.
oh god.
Or don't!
Yeah, I was like, why am I going out there? Why am I going out there, dude? And then, he noticed me.
It's my turn. I'll finish it this turn.
Oh god.
Now who's my opponent? Can't believe I'm falling behind.
I got really unlucky with his damage.
It's my turn.
I'm gonna heal again.
Now who's my opponent? I'll finish it this turn.
Did I get lucky? Ooh, I did. Me and Cho got lucky.
We're finally here.
Yeah, that was good damage rolls. Good stuff.
I tried to buy
Let's go.
some button or some whatever it is, the revival.
I'll be your opponent. Going here?
Oh come on, dude! I hate encounters.
From anywhere. Strike first, ask questions later. That one's the... Is my
Yeah, I need to
script
set like
short? It's
combos
fine,
on
right?
me.
So move Noir to slot 3 to help you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Not slot free so that she's the one that gets targeted and to make it easier to
My
escape.
gun's in tip-top
I don't
shape.
usually remember that till very late, so it's a good thing you guys brought it up now.
You can also optionally move Uni to slot 2 every time she rejoins, but that does waste quite a bit of time and doesn't always...
Oh no, dude!
I'll be your opponent.
Got skill sealed.
Now who's my
Oh god. Yeah, like moving Uni to slot 2 is definitely a safety strap, but unless you get lots of encounters on the way to the Golden Summit, you don't need to.
Why
And
is
obviously
everybody
that
getting
doesn't apply
skill
right now.
sealed?
Oh my god, they both have skill seal.
Okay, Uni's back to
I've never
normal.
seen that before.
Me either, dude. That's it.
Talk
It's
about your-
interesting experience here.
Talk about your unluckiness there.
Wait, was that 3 or 4? Or 2 or 3? I didn't pay attention. I think that was 3, so I should have 4.
That was free
5.
on that battle, yeah.
Okay, I have 5. I have 8. You have just enough SP between both your characters to kill 9, or 8 or 9. So you're forced to do at
Yeah, I
least
think it's
1.
9.
Okay,
you
yeah,
need to
you're
use
forced to
one
do at
to
least
use
1
one.
skills on at least 1.
Yeah, either combos or using an SP charger like Cho did, but that's like the different money route where you buy more SP chargers.
Oh, he'll live. That son of a gun.
Next target.
Oh, come on. I'm just pixels away.
I'll snipe him. That would be my turn. I'm fine. Check
Overall, I mean, not the worst, Jellies.
Besides the whole skill seal shenanigans, yeah.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah, I think that was better than mine.
Yeah, that was better. That's a lot better than yours in terms of the amount of encounters, and probably still the overall time it took as well,
Yeah.
despite the shenanigans.
Let's end this quick. Don't worry. Going here? Let's
Only 1 encounter on the way there. Nice. Kangaroo no yoni.
Yeah, so now you're grinding Uni's jumps. We used to think this was way more important than it actually was, so it was like part of the notes. I think it still is in the notes, but like,
It's in my
then we
mental
discovered
notes.
how much accuracy jumping 100 times actually gives you, and what that actually translates to in terms of hit rate. And we're sufficiently underwhelmed to start caring about it a lot less as a community. But like I said, if you watch Z-Fresh, then he'll go all the way to like level 3 or 4 jump normally.
Yeah, he's the one who made that. I never miss except on good runs. Emote. One of the best emotes. Because it's true. Oh crap! He turned left. Okay, you do you, and I'll get around it. I took the long way to dodge him, and he was like, you know what? Nope.
Yeah, Z-Fresh, your uni's broken, dude.
I'm not sure Z-Fresh actually did make the I never miss except on good runs emote. I know that he may have been the one that actually made the emote, but I think it was just a community thing in general that made the like
Oh no, dude.
slogan, yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
actually, yeah, that sounds right. Cho made it, right?
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought it was Z.
Yeah.
Because Z always brought up uni and accuracy. Well, now Noir's skill sealed because why not, dude? So let's get 2 reigns to make up for it. We got 1. Okay. Slow fight's gonna be slow. We don't even need a heal. I don't know if I need to have on good in. It's just in my muscle memory to get.
I mean, you want to pick up as much money items on Noir's story as possible, just no matter what story you're on. Or no matter what ending you're on. Like, even Cho
Ooh,
picks up
poison.
the Wish attack.
Ooh, he did 420 damage.
questions later.
So much.
I'm home.
Okay, development. That's not it. discs development.
Demonic Lore is a good introduction to the power of poison though. Like, if he can actually nearly make you run out of SP if
Oh,
you never
crap.
poison him. But if you poison him, he can die in like 4 turns.
Go back to base.
Well, maybe 4 is a little exaggerating, but very quickly.
Let's go.
What did you miss?
SPs. Charges.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, similar similar thing happens against Keisha too. If I don't get a poison, I think I just straight up run out of supplies and die.
My turn.
Yeah. It's just like, yeah, like it happens on basically all of the bosses in Noir's story where you have Uni, but it's those 2 fights where it's the most obvious to spot is Keisha 2 and that very first one, but it doesn't usually matter on every one.
Now it's my turn to go on the offensive. Who should I choose? How could I fall behind?
Yeah, because he's on...
My opponent is
Normally if you're on True End you want to only use 1 SP charger on this fight, maybe 2, but he used the second one fine because he's on good end, so he can use all his money. Did still end up using a few combos at the end though.
I don't really need to sell that. Alright, it's... Wait, the shop's later. What am I doing?
Finally here.
Yeah, you can wait until after Keisha.
Here.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead of
You
myself.
already have all you need for Keisha.
I started buying
Well,
stuff and it's like, wait, ain't I supposed to sell a sword here?
He's that scared.
Yeah, most of the
Well,
stuff I was going to
you would
buy
like more, but
yeah, most of the stuff I was going to buy wouldn't have even mattered in this fight. Like life fragment. Well, I get first try. Cho did, if I remember correctly. I did in my
Yes.
practice. Will my
Also,
practice
yes.
come to light? Let's find out. No! Okay.
Looks like an
that was almost quick.
I don't think I've ever gotten an encounter in that room before, so that would have been a new thing. One of those it's never happened before moments.
I wish
no
you
matter
luck.
who my opponent is.
I'll complete
I'll
the
mow
mission.
them
We're on a
down.
decent start.
How can I fall behind?
I'll
Who
complete
should
the
I
mission.
choose?
Do I grass? I didn't trust it, dude.
Refined battle tactics
Kept
look
you
like.
waiting, huh? I'll complete
Who
the
should I
How
mission.
goes?
I wish you
Want to
luck.
learn what refined battle
You should basically never use a grass.
Yes,
spell. Look, if you
boys,
only
let's
get one
go!
drain.
Time to
First try again? Oh my god. Aurora is gonna get cursed at this rate. So you guys both got first try
Aurora's
DP 1 and first try Keisha 1.
I think that's good
Screwed.
enough. Yeah, we'll go with that much items. Especially considering I did
Yeah.
beat this fight without buying any life fragments, and it was bad, but it was possible.
You might be slightly low on SP charges, but I mean you do the combo strat on the robot, so you should definitely be fine on those as well. Whereas Cho was doing the use all your SP and then charge it back up strats, which needs more SP charges.
Maybe I should have bought more grasses though.
You don't really have that much use for grasses even on Keisha too. A little more on the robot maybe, but
Yeah, it's mainly just life frags.
Oh, whoops, my brain
But I
was
don't
like
know
ahead
what
of
strat
its
zero
own.
uses.
you can sometimes use a healing grass or two on the robot if you want
What
to
is
get
that?
really
Healing
safe going into Keisha, but
I'll save just in case. Overall, we're doing decent so far. Has me scared for the ending. That one fight we'll talk about when we get there.
Power of Last Nation CPU.
my opponent.
Nope, no first try poison.
Learn what refined battle tactics
We'll
look
do
like.
2 each.
No matter who my opponent
well, I
is.
mean you can use more on Noir. You want to burn almost all your SP on Noir on this battle.
Now it's my turn to go
It's
on
mainly
the
just Uni
offensive.
where you want to save it.
Who's my
To
opponent?
learn what refined
If
battle
you're doing
tactics
the
Who should I
true end-ish strat.
There's no enemy I can't shoot.
I mean, good end routing is eventually going to be just doing all the bad end strats, but trying to save the big items.
SP charge there.
But right now, no one is taking good end seriously at all.
My opponent.
Like, Toad did a run and it's alright, but it's still not where it could be
go on the offensive?
compared to bad end, or even compared to true end.
You candidate will be your opponent.
Like, Toad took it to acceptability at least, shall we say.
I can actually be a little risky now that I remembered Life
It may
Fragment.
be the hardest category, to be honest.
Yeah, because really you have to do all the bad end strats and then somehow survive the CPUs without healing items to be optimal, but I think realistically it's going to be doing stuff like the vert grind until it at least reaches sub 140. If it reaches sub 140. It's a what, like 145 right now? 144, something like that?
No!
Like a 153 or something.
She got the double turn, dude.
Yeah, I thought it was
No,
somewhere
it's like
around
150
your
to
true
42
NPV.
seconds.
Unfortunate.
Okay, yeah, it's 152. Okay.
Oh, you want a battle with me?
And right now, yeah, the CPU war, you're gonna get, I think, 4 more chances for Noir to catch up, but 30 votes is a lot.
Please get poisoned! No, dude!
There's no enemy I can't shoot down.
Now it's my turn to go on the offensive.
I never miss.
No matter who my opponent is, I'll
My
mow them
opponent.
down.
Noir has 4 more chances to try and catch up,
Now
basically,
it's my turn to go on the
I never
offensive.
miss.
since she's at...
No matter who my
There's
opponent
no
is.
enemy
We
I
got
can't shoot
1 more
down.
chance during this run, no, probably 2 more chances during this run, since it's only at the 58 minute mark.
Feel honored.
And then...
I won't hold back on you. I'll snipe 'em.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
I wish it might be bad if I don't heal. That one's the next target. Do these handweights know what
Oh,
they're
God.
doing? Don't worry. I'll
Okay,
snipe 'em.
we're fine.
Strike first, ask questions later.
I'll actually heal,
That one's the next target.
and then I'll also heal you.
Can't believe I'm falling behind. Don't worry. I'll snipe 'em. Go back to your own world.
Doing that
Now,
problem.
My opponent. I'll complete the mission gracefully. It might be bad if I don't heal. I wish you luck. I'll snipe 'em. I'll finish it this turn. Go back to your next target. It's my turn. It might be best to heal. I'll end this gracefully. Don't worry. I'll snipe 'em. I'll finish it this turn.
Oh no, I don't trust this. I'm going to defend.
It's
Okay.
my turn.
Just as I thought I shouldn't.
Let's finish this. Target neutral.
Okay, we're fine. Just knowing. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Okay.
Time to rest.
Okay, we made it fast. So,
Oh, I'll save here just in case the first dot. I'm very wary
yeah.
of that first dot.
yeah, because you can, it's actually worth saving on Blind Story, like that's not a bad play by any means.
What a chore.
Because you can literally die if you get a bad first dot encounter. It's just over.
Now, what a win.
Like genuinely over if you get a bad first dot encounter.
Oh, those were good bunnies though.
I'm back. What a chore. Let's
I'm gonna be going for a jump that I dubbed the E-jump. It's really just jumping from platform to platform with no frames of rest in between. There's really nothing else about it. But if you screw it up, you'll lose 1 jump's worth of time because you'll have to do an extra jump to catch back up.
jump.
I was too far when I did the jump, so
Jump.
it's all good. Couldn't even show off my own trick at a marathon. Must reset the whole run. I personally don't even work on Blonde's accuracy. I don't think it really matters. I don't think anyone works on Blonde's accuracy.
Jump. Tuck. Huh. Jump. Tuck.
Alright, this boss can take 2 to 4 skills. The 4 skills is way less than 1% of a chance, so let's hope it don't happen. Oh
Yeah, and
god,
if you
oh
bother
god.
looking-
Okay, it didn't. That first
If you
damage
bother
roll had
walking
me
to the
worrying.
side, then usually it will only take 2, but no one bothers walking to the side because why bother?
I'm fine.
Being really weary as always. As a blonde ILer, I know this fight.
What a chore.
Hmm. What could that mean?
Fighting is such a
Don't
waste
get
of
poisoned.
time.
Oh god, he did 0 damage. And one of them missed. We're good.
I'm more than enough.
Oh no! It ate my triangle input. We might not be good.
I'll take credit for that one.
We're good.
I'll take credit for that one.
So many of their attacks missed. Holy crap.
All right. All right. Looks like you've decided.
Oh crap. For some reason I thought there was a cutscene there. I'll never know why. Oh yeah, probably victory.
I definitely won't lose. Don't look down on me 'cause I'm
Bad RNG, didn't attack Ram. This would be
my turn.
almost a reset Niall.
Now, let's go.
But we got Ram's debuff, so it made up for it.
What a chore. Should be good for a warm-up. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna be a little safe. Look how many. Ooh, I'm gonna buy just a few more grasses. With one netball C, that's really not too good.
What a chore. I'm fine.
I'm a wuss.
Here? Really? What? You pissed me off.
Oh, and that's really good. Anything above 2,000 is just excellent RNG.
I can go eat that.
Huh! Huh! This is why I saved, guys.
Megadimension.
They went from really amazing RNG to just complete butt.
All right. Let's have a match.
See, your average is about 1,800 HP. You have like what? 2 attacks did like 40 damage, and all 4 attacks did 500. Okay, we're in there on this one. I am not jinxing myself on this one for sure.
Who wants to get defeated?
Oh, he
I mean, if
lived.
they do physical, they just don't hit very hard because it's Blanc. What do you expect?
But look at how often that happens. It never happens.
Oh yeah, because the enemies are smart enough to use magic attacks most of the time.
Oh
They're like
shit!
75%
I
to use
forgot to
one.
put her in number 2, dude.
Oh god, double Fenrir strats!
Oh my god.
You need to get them next to each other so you can combo both at
Yeah,
once,
move
somehow.
towards the back.
We're not
Yeah.
even going to try.
Oh god, this is why a Blanc IL runner does not do full game.
Megadimension Neptunia. The
Bad things happen.
We wasted that sick, probably the best birds I've ever seen. They just went to waste, dude.
You're worried about me? All right.
Now they're going to use magic. Watch.
Yep. And whoa, okay, that last one didn't.
My turn. Eat that. I was confident in my defense, but die. I'll be the one now.
Okay, I was banking on him doing less than 800, and he did.
I won't let you do as you please. I can go anytime. My turn. I can go anytime.
I mean, yeah, they kind of have to Omega crit to do 800. They did like 670 with crit that one time you died.
Who wants to get defeated?
The Fenrir can still do pretty close to 800 though, like he can do like 600 himself, or at least 500.
I wasted a grass, but I just wanted to be safe.
I won't let you do as you please.
Yeah.
Do the jackpot.
Since you need,
She can still
well, you
die.
don't need, but you
Oh, she
want
didn't?
Blanc to die on the next fight.
Go home and be a family man.
That
You
thir-
really want Blanc to die.
That third bit did no damage. It must have been a physical attack.
Ooh, you look like you have good
Oh.
materials.
Who should I take?
Their positions are different.
You forgot to switch C.
Oh yeah, you switch them back before this battle. Blanc and Seashot it is,
Are you ready?
to get the correct positions. And you still need to move Blanc to slot 1,
Because I'm small.
and then swap her for Ram before the Seashot fight.
I did.
So you've got Ram 1, Rom 3, Blonde 4 for that fight.
Could you please heal me? All right. Now I can rest.
Yeah, don't worry about it yet, just do it before the fight. 1, 3, 4, Ram,
Yeah,
Rom,
when you hit
Blanc.
the cutscene, the menu automatically opens. You could just do it there.
Yeah.
At least I got
Oh, God.
poisoned instead of skill sealed.
Yeah, there are 3 evil tiles on the way to the Golden Summit with these
All right.
special
Oh,
red
come
doggers,
on, dude!
which can... Oh no, it's 2 tiles rather, not 3.
More than enough.
But there are, yeah, 2 tiles which can inflict
Okay.
status, including skill seal.
Jump.
Poison isn't too bad though, because generally if Seisha hits Rom or Ram at all, they'll die.
That was a preemptive disappointment yell. It wasn't really needed.
Yeah, it ended up being fine in the end. Though if you do like the full true end grind for Blonde, then I think Rom and Ram actually
Oh,
outspeed
oh.
Doggoos.
You said something that reminded me of something that I forgot, so I have to go back and get it.
What do you mean?
The disc.
Disc, yeah. You'll need to go get the disc before you end Blonde's story. Well, you can get it once you reunite the parties as well, if you want, but... Yeah.
I'll get it while I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, so this is the last, like, carryover from Chuan that Endeavor needs to do, otherwise he can mostly follow Cho's route, although he is going to do the vert grind as well. But he needs the disc to get Big Neptune to be OP on the CPU fight. The green light disc. And by OP we mean OP at tanking physical attacks compared to every other character you've got.
An item.
Wait.
Since most of what the CPUs do is physical.
Whoops.
Yeah, so 1, 3, 4. Ram, Rom, Blonde.
I did a 3-step process instead of a 2-step, so I wouldn't get confused.
Oh, that was close enough. I mean, Ram's in 2 instead of 1, but it's still okay.
Yeah, that works.
It's really just Blonde and 4.
And yeah, we're doing really good with how many turns it took her to kill Blonde.
Yeah.
Now, who should I do this? I'll take it all on.
Unfortunately, I only had 1 exuberant.
Oh no, Ram died. She's needed
That's
for
fine.
later.
Here.
Yeah, but you don't care that much about her level.
Going in.
1 boss fight isn't going to change it too much. So yeah,
Okay.
Ram does come along to the CPU battle.
We're getting something very important for a later date. That green light disc will be turned into something that will help fight later. I will, when the time comes, I will actually need you guys to remind me what goes into it, because I don't remember. And just like Cho, no dollar bill
Sure.
on that
Now I can
encounter.
rest.
No true end IL strats.
This isn't an arcade, is it?
The true end full game isn't brave enough to go for that yet, just because it would be already after a bunch of bullshit. I doubt that true end full
Actually,
game
I-
ever will go for it.
Wait a minute. Vert was rush combos, wasn't she?
Yeah, but also, yeah, mostly rush.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Thank you for being concerned about
I mean, it doesn't really matter, you just need a combo for if certain fights go poorly,
Let us
but it can really be anything. Like, standard is fine as well.
Now, let us
Dear, we're starting off with an encounter.
Oh well.
Yep.
Shall I do this?
0 damage by Doggo.
This is where you're going. This.
Well, probably not actually taking damage at all if you killed it. Okay, you ran away. 0 damage by Doggo.
Jump. Leap. Leap. I wonder what's inside.
One pod.
Jump.
Oh well, that's fine. Generally.
Leap.
Especially with the grind strat.
Yeah.
Jump. Leap. Jump. 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 Leap. I wonder what's inside. Leap. Jump.
Alright, well, the start of third is pretty simple, so I will go and grab a drink again.
So this is where you're going. Maybe
Hopefully we
watch the
just
game?
get to the grinding fairly shortly with no big deal.
Before you go, how many? It's 5 fights total that we do for the grinding, right?
Yeah, you need to kill 9 enemies, but of course it just ends up being 10. And I think killing 10 is safer anyway. So 5
Now,
fights.
let us depart. I'll show you that I'm capable too.
That's what I was thinking. I just wanted to confirm.
So this is where you're going. Let us go together. It's my turn. So this is let's do our best. Jump, leap, jump, jump, leap, jump, leap. Let's all go now, everyone. Now, who's next?
2.
Jump, leap.
Yeah, and here we're doing the bunnies and the lizards. We need 8 bunnies, 9 lizards. We're starting strong. The strongest on any run so far tonight. 4 bunnies.
My, what a wonderful item. Yay!
But only 1 lizard. That's kind of a switcheroo from every other run.
Oh yeah, my bunnies were trash.
4, 6. 6, 1. We only need 1 more 2 fight.
You've let your guard down.
6, 2. Come on, lizards. You can do better than this.
This level of scratch is nothing. Let's go.
Can we get the perfect bunnies? It's actually kind of hard to do. Oh, come on. I don't even think I need a preemptive. We couldn't get the perfect bunnies. I forgot to heal my SP.
Wait, yeah, you forgot to go back to Lean Box.
Oh well. It's not big of a time loss, and we got 1 bunny out of the way.
This isn't an arcade. Now, let us depart. All right, I'm ready anytime. What shall I do? So this is where this is the one. Jump.
Alright, doesn't matter how many this bunny has, it's gonna finish the
You
quest.
believe you can win against me. Jump, jump, leap, jump, 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 jump.
Alright, come on. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, 2. Oh, I forgot to preemptive. I was like, why are they going first?
Checkmate. It's my turn. Now, who to choose? I'll be serious.
So that's 4,
Let's all go now.
5.
I will attack. What should I do?
Getting decent luck on the hits.
Jump,
3 more fights.
jump,
Need 4 more total.
leap, leap,
So at least one of these has to be 2.
jump, leap. My, what a you let your guard
And hello, 2.
leave this to me. Leap, jump.
I'm just gonna run away until you're 2. Or you can be 2 right away.
I'll be serious.
Oh god, that was actually really good, minus the forgetting to heal my SP.
This isn't an arcade. May we head towards the game shop? May we head towards the game?
Okay.
So this is where you're
Oh
going.
crap, I forgot how to use scouts, I guess. Oh well.
It is my turn.
I thought I sent them out, but it didn't work. I'll figure it out when I get back.
Shall I do? Leave this to me. Now, who to choose? It's my turn. It is my turn. Leave this to me. What shall I do? What should I do? I will attack. Are you ready? Serious. What shall I do? Leave this to me. I'll be serious. It is my turn. It's my turn. I will attack. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, it's 2.
What should I do? What shall I do? It's kind of I will attack. Checkmate.
Well, that was a decently good fight.
Now
Now let's do this correctly this time.
Delightful.
Deploy. Save, because these enemies can kick your butt
Skin.
when you miss.
This isn't an arcade. This.
You can miss a lot on the lizards in that last dungeon, but these lizards are more strong, and you can miss a lot more. But we're starting off strong, so let's... Okay. Whoops.
You've let your guard down.
And you're guaranteed 2 enemies from every fight. Whoops.
So this is where you're going. So this is where you're... This is the one. Go now, everyone! I will attack. Are you ready?
Oh my god, I was about to say, oh my, are we going to get perfect RNG? But no, of course not.
Those who take the initiative win.
Almost. Good stuff. Though.
Oh, oof.
I will attack. Now,
We only have to fight one and hope to dodge the other. Which is pretty easy thanks to invincibility frames.
Yeah, and then you have plenty of health left. Plenty of health and skills left to kill the boss generally, even after fighting a boss.
Yeah, and after that third time, you don't even have to go back and heal your SP, because,
Yeah.
like we mentioned a lot in Cho's run, the boss of this dungeon is a joke. And now we're a couple levels higher, so he's in Cho, so now he's even more of a joke. Hopefully we won't have to move outside of the first turn.
So did you set up the high level rush combo for Netgear at some point, or are you going to do that later?
I wasn't told.
Like,
So
I mean, it's
right
something
now.
you have to do and through it. It's something
Wait,
you have to
I
do
think
for
I-
strat no matter what.
Okay, I'll do it.
It's just near the start of that story because you're not you're not high enough level in early game to do it. You just set your best 2 like that, yeah.
Whoa, he's looking. They didn't even notice. I love AI sometimes. But he noticed me when I was really far away from him. I love AI sometimes.
Oh man.
Oh, come on. Second try is the charm. Getting this as a safety. Got 2 of them. I don't remember the numbers of everything, so I'm actually going to do what seems right in my shops. Whatever I do will be close
nothing
enough.
Too precise. Nothing too precise, especially because of it not being actual true end, where you care way more about your money. Like if this was actual true end, then you would have to be a little more careful about it.
I got way more ejects or life frags than even bad end needs. No grinding
Yeah.
needs, so we're good. Guaranteed.
Yeah, you normally get about 10 in true end, since you're 8k short on money compared to what you have here. You have to spend 8k on PR, but you had that 8k to buy 16 more life fragments if you wanted them.
Yep.
And you have comfortably enough items even in true end normally, so should be absolutely
Oh,
no
wait.
problem this time.
Wait, I think I didn't buy enough SP chargers though. Now that I think about it.
If you've got like 8, then you're fine.
I got 6.
I think you have like 7.
I got 6.
Yeah. You can probably still swing that.
Yeah, we
Just
got enough life
think-
frags to swing that for sure. I'd say we're not a problem until yet, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you focus your SP charges on getting through the first 2 fights, because you don't have your XE yet.
First
And then
decently
you
tight
are-
jump done.
Life frags and your combo plus EXE strats are for Estra herself.
I will attack. Are you ready? Into the it is my turn.
Whoa.
What should I do? But I will attack. Are you ready?
That's okay, I was just gonna let her die. Don't need to heal her.
It is my turn. It's
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright. Are you ready? I'll be serious.
Try and save the exuberant fragments from
Gonna die. It's my
the
turn
story
to
for CPs if you can, but don't take it too seriously, because otherwise you'll let yourself die to Escher instead.
Could you possibly heal me?
I'll just waste one each there instead of what I normally do. Oh, I forgot to heal! Oh no!
Oh god! Oh god, this is going to be a train wreck.
Here I go.
Let's do it, boys!
Now, who to choose?
We'll just waste a few turns.
I mean, you could
It's
use
fine. Everything is fine.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'll be serious.
Here I go. Now, who to choose?
I'd say this should usually be winnable.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I
If you
mean
get
they do
extremely
barely
bad luck,
nothing.
you might die.
Shall I do?
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
probably the
Document
very,
can do, like,
probably the very
500.
first time I've seen this fight done without remembering to heal. So definitely a unique experience. Kind of similar to the boss in Zero Dimension when I forgot to go to the back to the base. I just gotta complete the puzzle.
Hmm.
If this was VTR, you probably would die. They were way stronger in that game.
Yeah. Well, if
Whew!
it was VTR, he would have full health. But fair enough, yes, he would definitely die to Doggers if you're not prepared for them in VTR.
Didn't waste
They
that
are.
PSP charger, but I wasted all the grasses.
Yeah, you don't need grasses on Escher though, they don't help at all.
Yeah.
Really.
Now that you guys are gonna see the difference between the grinding and non-grinding. This fight, everything else is faster, but this fight is slower without the grinding. You're
Well,
gonna
I
see
mean,
why.
every other fight, still save a little bit of time on every other fight if, on average, it's just like, not as significant. Because you have slightly more health, you do slightly more damage, etc. But, I mean, yeah, it's nothing too substantial. You might not even save any turns overall, but...
What a wonderful item.
Yeah, but just like everything else in this game, you can still die, even with these extra levels and EXE and all that jazz. So, safety save.
Yep. It is more on you if you die to this one, but it is still very possible to die, and it's not like it's completely your fault if you die here either.
I guess we have to do this.
It is my turn.
I almost forgot how to get to the EXE meter
What shall I do?
because of like 500 other NEP games, muscle memories.
Yeah.
I choose
Oh, the double turn.
enough boasting.
You should heal.
Come at me. It is my turn. I will never
Yeah, you
be
can sink a pot or two here if you need to.
Be serious.
Though the net pools, I guess, are first priority.
I will never
What should
consent,
I do?
be forgiven.
Leave this to me.
I will never be a memory.
Oh yeah, you nearly got caught in that trap again.
I will never be a memory.
At least it was only nearly.
I have no interest in weakness.
Ah, you eventually shall stop.
I will never
Stop!
be a memory.
What shall I?
I have no interest in weakness.
Are you ready?
I will never be a memory.
Stop, please.
I will
What
never be
shall
a
I
memory.
do?
You know what? Sorry, Nepgear.
That's fine. You can let Nick die, yeah.
You heal me. This isn't an arcade.
I almost healed. I don't need to.
You believe you can win.
Well, you can die to
Oh!
encounter
Oh, I can. I sure can.
because it can have those cobras in it.
Oh god.
This isn't an arcade. A quick rest.
Yeah, those first two tiles on your way out of the summit are lethal.
Can't we just hang out
They can have cobras. I'm not sure what else they can have, but cobras are bad enough on their own.
choose you?
I'll be doing a skipping method that I helped implement here from the old days of playing Mario Party on the GameCube. If you slide your fingers across the X and the circle button, you will just skip these little text boxes like they're nothing. You'll barely even see they're there.
Going here.
You'll really see it once I get to where we
I
saves a substantial amount of time. I'm gonna forget to route build. It's okay.
Can't we just hang out here? Now, let us go together. I choose you. Can't we just hang
Oh,
out here?
come on. 3 dots in? Or was that 2? 2.
I choose you. Please go easy on me.
The lead for Neptune is 31, with probably 3 more chances for Noir fans to close it. Because there's probably 1 more towards the end of this run, depending on how lucky or unlucky. I think it's going to be at least 1 more, but
We're,
no more than that.
we're at about on the getting above average number of encounters.
1 more chance for the CPU during this run, and then 2 during Aurora's run. And that will be it.
Before we go there,
You want your pudding?
wait, whoops, I have a bit more money. So I'm just gonna cap that out.
Yep.
My brain was trying to copy Cho at first. He only bought like 10 of one and like 5 of another, and I was like, no, I have a bit more money. I'll splurge. Make it to the dot. Thank you.
I'll work hard to become a fully fledged CPU.
And now it is the same as what Cho did in terms of party
Oh,
menu,
whoops,
setting up
that was wrong.
ROM and RAM. ROM, RAM, VIT, Uni, Neptune, Noir, Blanc in the back. Just a whole bunch of swapping. More than you have to do
I
in
forgot to put
New
Uni
Game
in.
Plus. Oh.
I'm doing it's been a while, for sure, since I've done this one specific menu. Oh! I'm going the wrong way. Derp. This one particular dungeon, I don't know why it's this dungeon, but when I go a while without going into this dungeon, my brain just self-destructs. But it quickly fixes itself.
Alright, well this little part is the same as bed in, so I'm just gonna be right back until the end of Heart Dimension. I mean, not the end of Heart Dimension, the end of Hyper Dimension roughly.
But all the mazes, we're fine. Even the second one, we're fine. This one, nope. I don't know where the heck I'm going.
It is my turn. Don't worry, I'll snipe him.
Oh, that miss. I never miss except on good runs.
That one's the next target. I'll do my best. Now, let's go. I will attack. Let's finish this. I'm a CPU. My turn. Now, that one's the next. That was easy. Things are starting to become difficult.
And I will be saving for Offimojas because I have had a very low 130 pace run that was deathless up until Offimojas on bad end die to him.
AoEs.
Yep. I will never live that run down. A saveless, deathless run.
He was bad, man.
Yeah, I don't even remember when that was. This is probably 2017.
Who's my opponent? It's my turn.
Out of range.
I'll take you all on. Okay.
My conflictions of square defend V2 and circle defend Mark II is really getting on my nerves.
I can do this. Now,
Or not Mark II, Rebirth 2.
I'll take you all on. It's my turn. It is my turn. I'll be keeping a close eye on you.
There we go, about time.
Okay. I'll do this.
Oh wait, I might need to
Who will fight me first? It's my turn. Now, who's my opponent? I'm all ready.
Ah, I knew he would do that.
I'll be keeping a close eye on you. I never miss. Now, who?
Yeah, Hugh, you need to max first.
Let's try our best. I'll be keeping a close
or-
eye on you.
If he does it again, you might straight up die. There we go.
I'll be going all out from the beginning.
Now,
Who's my opponent? Leave it to me. Now it's my turn. Leave it to me. Who wants to get defeated? Leave it to me.
Oh god, she's out. I didn't even notice.
Don't worry, I'll snipe him. Who should I target?
I'll make you the rust on my sword.
I actually want to heal you again just to be safe.
That one's the next target.
Come on, poison. You can poison anytime you're feeling like it.
Now,
It is my turn. Don't worry.
I'm gonna actually put you to full health.
My turn.
I'll make you the rust on my sword.
Let's finish this. I'll do
Oh dear.
Now let's go. Now, what shall I do?
Now,
That one's the next target. Who should I target?
Well, I do a poisonless fight.
you the rust on my sword.
Don't worry, I'll snipe him. My turn. I'm a CPU too. It is my turn. That one's the next target. Now let's go. Don't worry, I'll snipe him. It's my turn.
Poisonless fight.
Don't think that
Interesting.
I
I did have to use some extra resources, but it was all good in the end.
Fighting is such a waste of time. I will attack. Are you ready? Strike.
No AoE equals good day.
I'm more than enough. Now, who to choose? My turn. Let's try going. Heart Dimension Neptune. I'm home. I choose you. Annoying. What shall I do? What should I do?
I mean, sure.
I will attack.
Let's just do something that doesn't matter and just waste time.
I'll fit.
Please run, somebody.
What shall I?
That was a really big battlefield. I don't think I ever had an encounter on that dot before, because I don't remember a battlefield that huge. Oh god, he was just blocking it for a second.
Don't get lost.
I'll try. Thankfully, I did some New Game Plus earlier, so I should be good. I lied. I had to think for a second. Access. Activate. Access denied. Really good dungeon theme here. I catch myself singing it a lot by accident. Also, it's kind of very helpful to let you know that you had no encounter. Screw you guys! Let you know you have no encounter because it will be in the exact same part of the song every time you get to the end. But every encounter resets the song. So you're constantly reminded that you had an encounter.
What shall I do? Let's nerd.
Sheer kill is in one skill.
I have to leave mid-range support to me. I'll shoot them down.
Or not.
He
Yeah,
barely
it's just
lived.
luck. It's luck whether selects fair kills, but you can kill it consistently with the other one. That Vit has. I mean, you want to put Nick here in 4th.
Let's finish this.
I forgot.
I mean, you should be fine for one fight, but it will make it a bit harder because she'll target the others more. Just do it before the next one.
Now let's go. One down. Next. It's my turn. Who should I target? I'll end this race. One down.
Thank God I have a billion life frags.
Hmm, yeah.
Don't worry. I'll snipe you too.
Oh, I lived. Oh, she lived. Woo! Oh, she's still alive. Come on, die, dude.
Oh jeez, that's 7.
For the others.
Alright, now getting up gears in 4.
Yep.
Let's go.
This,
I have to prepare.
you don't normally get punished too hard for it because for some reason, like, even though they will target Netgear when she's in 4th, they don't always target Pram when she's in 4th. So you don't just get Ram dying over and over necessarily. But it is
Okay.
better to have
Dang, that was
Netgear.
was that a
himself if
one-shot kill?
Now let's go.
Hmm?
I think that was a one-shot kill on Uni.
Uni got attacked both turns. You got unlucky, and they didn't focus on Netgear. Oh, actually, I think one of them was an AoE that hit both Netgear and Uni,
I'll do my best.
since Netgear's lost a bit of health as well.
Now let's go. I'll end this race. What should I do?
Miss Uni.
That one's the next.
I never get missed, except on bad runs. Now, what could that be a reference to?
Who knows?
Come at me. I'll be your opponent. It's my turn.
Starting off with that poison dog.
Now let's go.
That's good, that's good.
Let's try our best. Leave it to me. Don't look down on me because I'm. Let's finish this. I'll do my best.
See, there we got Netgear targeted,
My turn.
and you can see that she took under half her health.
Know what they're doing?
Most of the time,
What should I do?
when someone gets attacked, they die in either 1 or 2 turns.
Because I'm small.
Well, not necessarily Uni. Uni will normally always be 2, but Netgear can sometimes live even more.
Here.
Unfortunately, the EXE moves on these fights aren't very good because they're not considered bosses.
Let's go.
You only consider a boss for the purposes of an EXE move if you have boss above your head,
Going
or have a boss showing up in the top left.
I'll show you the power of last station CPU candidate.
So the EXE
Wow,
moves don't
that's
get their
3 in a
expansion.
row. First turn poison. I've never seen that before, and I'll probably never see it again.
I'll be serious. Don't look down on me because I'm small. That one's the next target. Let's do this stylish.
Whoops, I just had the notes open to tell you what this was, and then I closed it
Don't
again.
worry. I'll
Dirt.
do it. What should I do? Now let's go. I'm a CPU too. Let's finish this.
Okay, we scrolled down to it again.
Oh yeah, you weren't. You were probably away in the restroom or something when I said it.
That one's the next.
You don't have to have any notes open for the CPU
Did you find
locations. Yeah, I found the thing in Champion Beef's notes, I think.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Champion Beef is the only one who's released trend notes.
Watch me, Rom.
There are some, like, we have our own notes, but
I'll
I think Champion Beef's the only one who's actually put some public.
Alright, it wasn't voted in or anything, but we're gonna listen to best clip in Neptunia history,
I'll rest for a bit.
or best line, I should say. As long as I don't screw it up. And
Hey, Gears. It's been a while. Freeze, bitch.
alrighty, there you go.
I'll rest for a bit.
Intense Uni is intense.
Here. Going here. Watch me, Rom. Let's go. Let's go.
I think the notes say to do those positioning before
I'll end this
R4, right?
here.
Yeah, preferably before you start moving in the heart dimension, because they're good for heart dimension encounters on the tiles.
Okay.
So you can just do it straight after Magic Owl.
No straight line because new game.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I
God.
didn't even get to go straight line in New Game Plus.
Yeah, it's
But you
nearly
definitely don't.
nearly impossible.
Nearly impossible in New Game, yeah.
Darn, combo breaker. I was wanting Uni to keep up the the trend of first turn poisons. Okay. Yep, you're
Here
on
we go again.
4, Uni on 2. Formation.
Well, yeah, Netgear eventually goes back to slot 1, but that's just before the CPUs rather than before the R4.
Okay, I did that wrong. And then, who are the characters?
2 you want to put further back than that, I think.
Want to do what?
I think you want 2 to be in, like, the next corner. Like,
No, that's what the notes is where I put it.
I don't know.
Oh wait, no, yeah, I did look. I had to relook. My bad. But what are the characters again?
Well, you can't do it yet because you're gonna lose RAM, so you need to wait until after. That's fine for now, just leave it as it is. You can't do anything with the characters until you get Big Nip and you get RAM back after losing her here.
Of course.
But yeah, you have the positions to run away from the encounter now at least. That's the reason why you do it early. And it doesn't really matter what positions you're in for R4, just go in with whatever. Well, do put Uzume in, but otherwise don't mind where your characters are. Where are you going?
I don't know, that enemy had me all turned around when he chased me. Made me think I was going straight, but I saw that item box and realized I was not straight.
Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, you're good. Just make it to the safe point flow CPUs and then you can set up everything. Well, apart from doing the shopping, but I mean, you said that Champion Beast Notes told you where to go for that. Whoa.
I got it, in the end.
Yeah, I saw. I see what you mean about not liking this maze though.
Yeah, it's the worst maze. I shouldn't be getting lost in it though. No excuse at this point. Bits, thank you. Oh, that was actually a very mild chase.
Is it worth logging on to HDNMarathon to ban Z-Fresh?
We're starting off with a miss. Miss Uni.
I'm really questioning that right now. I know that he could just log on and unban himself, but that's the whole point.
One thing we didn't mention much during Cho's run was this version of R4 is really having the past version just face palming hard on just how easy she is.
Yeah, mainly because of, like I said, she has the same EXE move as that past version. So, I think even her regular attacks are the same. Hey, you just gotta buy the stuff now. Or did you already buy it at some point?
Oh, yeah, I forgot to buy it. I was just going straight to the cutscene. Alright, what was it? You'll have to remind me.
It was 1 times Otome Game, which is yellow and level 3. And then 1 times Famous Creator, which is
Otome
yellow
Game.
and level 3.
What was it?
Oh, red. Red, level 3, Famous Creator.
Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Right down the bottom, yeah, so it's normally better to go up, but it's fine.
Green disc.
So then
and
burn that
Otome
shit.
Game. We don't do any blue, do we?
No. There is no blue. I don't think that blue does anything other than like reducing... I think the only thing that blues do is reduce damage from a certain type of enemy. But I don't think you have any good ones.
Just some bonus, just in case, life rags.
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't think we normally buy those there, but just in case.
Yeah, okay.
Unlucky. Alright. Come on! Wow.
This is quite the ride. At least you're in the CPU formation already, like we said. Oh, this might explain why, if you thought it was different, then that might explain why you weren't able to run with Uni on previous times you came through this part.
I was actually trying to aim to the left with Uni.
Yeah.
I was told by Aaron it's actually the bottom left.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense. So yeah, just reach the save point and then you can actually set everyone up.
Well, we're coming up on the most infamous fight in this game. Probably one of the most infamous fights in the whole series, if I had to guess. There's really nothing that can compare. I guess some people...
In terms of casual, this is the hardest.
Yeah, some people could say Final Ray on True End of Victory could be really, really bad. But this one... Oh my god, this isn't even a final boss.
These guys aren't even considered bosses, so you can't use EXE extensions on them. Although that's always the case, generally when there's 2 targets or more, which is a bit of a problem. Since you can only have 1 boss at once in this game.
I hope I can remember to put the CPUs up front after I beat them, because I had that one True End run way back in the day where I forgot to do that. Back when the strat was the old way. But, I wonder if you remember that run, the bomb.
I do vaguely remember someone going in. With only
a half-dead party.
Yeah, and actually winning, I think.
I died, I think.
I think someone won in that situation, but it may have been a more lucky CPU fight.
Oh, come on,
oh boy.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah. Alright, so do we remember everything that we need to do?
I mean, I know about the disc on Neptune. That's about it.
Yeah, you want the disc on Neptune. If you've got the other one free, you want to put that on Netgear, although it might already be on her.
It is.
Alright, and then we got 1 Netgear, 2 Uni, 3 RAM, and 4 Big Nep. Which are already almost
like
at
that?
anyway. Yep, and that is it. Just save and go. Pretty sure that there's nothing else. Alright, you want to make sure that Big Nep has the twin blades equipped, but you should already.
Yeah, that's the weapon from ZR, right?
Yeah. It's not like it matters. Anyway, so you know how to do this from this point on. Got unlucky though, probably.
Oh, I am missing a decent number of healing items.
Yeah, I mean, you use quite a lot of them during the stories.
Let's nip things
But
up.
I think you got unlucky enough that you might just have to reset already. We'll see.
Who wants to get worried? I'll snipe 'em.
Okay, there.
Finally.
Oh no, dude! It didn't hit Blonde.
My turn.
Hmm.
What should I do?
We're fine.
You're finished. The next target. I can go anytime. Right? Into the specimen book. Now let's go. It's my turn. Let's finish this.
It's actually going to.
Yeah, use the XE. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oof.
Give this to me. I can go anytime.
Oof, indeed.
Someone help! It's my turn.
Might still be winnable.
Now it's my turn to go on the offensive.
Check who wants to get defeated. Eyes are spinning everywhere. I'll be serious. I can go anytime.
Unlucky. That's this fight in a nutshell.
Megadimension Neptunia.
Your first turn was really bad. You were up against it right from the very start.
It is my turn. Leave this to me. One's the next target.
Actually, just going to let you need do the healing,
Be serious.
and then Nepgear do more healing.
Finally.
Yeah, do remember that you can try and defend with Big Net turn 1 to lure out Whiteheart's turn before
My turn to go on the offensive.
you attack. It's not necessary though.
Let's nip
Oh
things
god,
up.
they're separated.
It might be bad if I don't heal. Let's end this.
Watch and learn what refined battle tactics look like.
Okay, oh dang. Someone died so you lost to level 2, that sucks. Otherwise that could have basically taken out Blackheart already. Maybe not quite, but it would have been close.
My eyes are blurring. I can't aim.
Can I hit them both?
9!
Yeah.
I shall go forth.
Oh, I'm gonna
Alright, well,
I'm gonna let
Blackheart's
Big
already
Nep
dead.
heal herself.
I'll be serious.
This
No.
time you should win, unless you get unlucky with AoE.
It is my right into the
Focus down Purple Heart. You always want to kill the lower health one first. Even if they're spread out.
Now let's go. Leave this to me.
Dang, she's far away. That's fine.
Finally.
I wish I could use an EXE on her.
Balance this right here. Don't look down on me because I'm small. It is my turn. Right into the specimen book. Bye-bye. What should I do?
All right. Let's keep on this momentum. Where's Ram? She's over there.
My eyes are blurring. I can't aim.
That
Alright.
miss.
Things up.
Well, now just pick. I guess go for Green Heart, yeah.
Oh, there's too many characters together.
Now let's go.
Yeah, spread out your characters, especially avoid lines because of Spiral Break.
I'll be
Doing like 4k if it hits.
No, I'll just.
I can go
Well, I mean, you can always draw a line between 2 characters, but you need to avoid being able to draw a line between 3.
Where's Uni? There she is. Okay. Come on, there's
Oh,
gotta
you
be a
got the other
pixel.
thing, yeah.
There's gotta be a pixel, dude. There's not gonna be a pixel, is there?
I think
Oh,
there
there
might be
is.
from a different angle. Yeah,
My turn.
there you go.
Greatly.
Pretty good stuff right now.
Someone help. Who should I target?
Might just skill down Green Heart here. Oh, I mean, that works.
Who wants what to should get I defeated? Healing is one
Now just skill down Green Heart.
Let's nip things up.
So yeah, with someone with a sliver of health left, you generally want to kill them before you heal people. Unless you're only 1 or 2 people left alive. That was a heartbreak. Anyway, change your party. And congrats on second try CPU kite, not bad at all.
Ah, thank you. That was pretty good RNG after all. Didn't make the mistake of magicking there like I normally do.
Yep.
No matter who my opponent is, I can go anytime. My turn. Now it's
This
my
CPU
turn.
in general is very strong against magic damage, so you want to do only standard attacks.
And when we say very strong, we mean completely nulls.
Yep.
As long as her shield is alive, I think it is. Or it might be her spear. One of the two. You need to break one of the two and then she can be damaged by magic. But by the time you've broken it, you've basically killed her anyway. So there's no real point. Just use physical.
Taking it slow there. Forgetting to put... Wait, there's a team on New Game, isn't there? Okay.
Yeah, you want to put Netgear in 4th. And swap out Ram for Escher. And that's it.
Ran for Escha, because I remember that.
Going here?
Yeah, because Escher has learning, which means that she's leveling up even though you're not using her. And she's also the tankiest of the 4 Shars. Well, I think C-Shar might be more tanky, but Escher ends up being more tanky just because of the level gap. And also C-Shar is really, really bad on Dark CPU battles. She has like no skills she can use. Even though Escher
only
is not
2
all that
encounters.
good. Like, no one does any serious damage to Dark Black. Dark Black just hits like a truck. I mean, just tanks like a boss. Also kind of hits like a
I'm
truck.
getting
But...
sick of that now. That's happened a lot in this run.
Might be kind of nice if you healed me soon, maybe.
Preemptive strikes on me.
And then this fight is your last main use for really big healing items if you got any left. For Netgear.
I think I do. Why did I get stuck on a pixel?
Oh god.
Okay, they didn't really
Another
damage
back
me.
whack. Yeah, they just hit a few people once.
Oh yeah,
So
there's
the
no
main
save
thing is,
here.
yeah. There is a save. It's
Oh,
just...
okay. It's just no, stop. That guy was acting like a bit. Just wouldn't stop.
Yeah, so this one is the one where you move Netgear and leave the other 3 on the same platform as each other. And use Rom's AoE heal if they get hit.
I agree with Toad.
Don't worry, I'll
He's probably my favorite
Oh,
Shaw.
wait.
Keep your eyes front.
Yeah, wrong person. There we go.
That's...
I'll end this gracefully.
Yeah, keep them all next to each other.
Whoa!
You don't need to...
She flipping crit Rom, dude.
What should I do?
Oh wow.
I've never seen that before, even back in my Truan grinding.
Enough boasting. Come
Oh yeah, you're meant to put a physical disc on Rom to make it more likely to live attacks. It's not a big deal though. You can still win without it. I forgot about that though.
That one's the next target. Maybe I should
Your team's at full health now, you just need to actually use...
keep your eyes front.
Yeah, I love her Japanese voice actor.
The Uzume salute will end by the end of Dark Orange 1 in the true end run, Z-Fresh. You need to clarify that, because he's going to be at Dark Orange 1 in this one soon. Soon.
That's right, there's one in here too.
Keep your eyes front.
Yeah, I mean, Dark Orange 1 is the final boss,
We
yeah.
can't have that. We gotta save the frames, man.
Well, you've got 2.5 hours to decide. But yeah, you can see that
Frames
He's-
matter.
I will never be
fighting a ton. I mean, he's doing a ton of skills, and Dark Black is only barely reaching half health now. Like, this thing is insanely tanky. But you can generally put up with it with this strat.
Prepare yourself.
That one's the next target. Leave it to me.
I will never.
Don't do it, Z.
I'll end this gracefully. What should I do?
Enough boasting. Come at me.
And that was his actual mute.
Don't worry, I'll snipe it.
Prepare yourself.
Let's try our best.
What am I doing?
It's my turn.
The
It's
last
speed charging.
press.
Enough boasting.
I'll
Come
be
at me.
serious.
Oh wow, that platform is getting hit a lot now.
That
I
one.
mean, it is just random which platform gets hit after half health it is on.
You can stop, dude.
I'm a CPU too.
1 million points.
It's my turn. Don't worry, I'll snipe it. Is it okay if I
I mean, $1 is infinite points, but yeah.
Next. Here.
Okay, that's pretty much the hardest fight in the run
More than
left.
enough for you.
Done with. Dark Orange can nuke you, snipe you, whatever you want to call it, but it's less likely
Here. Okay.
than Dark Black. Although I think the Dark Black strat is pretty consistent. It's just a very long fight.
Pretty much cruise control from here on out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Dark Orange might actually be more likely to kill you than Dark Black, but Dark Black is a lot longer of a fight. Because Dark Orange's nuke does about 3k damage a character.
Like a bunny.
Everyone's gotta love Player 2 Part version 2.
Like a bunny. Jump. Like a bunny. Jump.
Go for it. I'd love to see more new game runners.
Oh yeah.
Like a bunny.
Any more play of V2 is welcome. The more runners, the more of a chance we get more strats found. And who knows the possibilities with that. We're still looking for one day a 100% consistent CPU strat. That will never happen.
I'm your opponent.
One day someone will find Doggo Skip.
Keep your eyes front.
Someone will find that frame perfect pause that skips the cutscene marker
Enough
My
boasting.
opponent. I guess
Come
we have
at
to
me.
do this. What should I do?
just for the
There's no
S shot marker to not appear.
Just for it not to be there.
Yep.
Enough
My
boasting.
opponent.
Come at me.
Yeah, while Dark Orange does have a small chance to kill you, Darkness Beast really is cruise control.
I
Just
never
spam
meant yourself.
triangle XX.
Here? I'm a CPU can't hit you.
Well, Zephyr actually said forgot it mid-run. I only
Oh.
realized when I actually got good end.
Here?
Stop, game. Do it. Stop.
How shall we?
I want this PB.
Going here?
I'm actually like a minute and a half ahead of my true end splits that are when I take away everything after Dark Orange. And this run is complete garbage compared to my true end run.
Let's go.
What is this time, like 2:10 or something? I'm not even looking at the timer anymore.
No, it's
Still
like
well under estimate. Yeah, it's gonna be about
yeah,
2:10.
it's
by the time
very
we're done.
under. It's very underestimate. My PB, you know, if I take away all the stuff, is a 2:10:10.
Yeah.
And right now we are on pace, depending on the encounters we get. There's one. Can I run? Is Uni still on the team?
You know who I am?
You don't need a uni to run. You've still got someone in that slot. You've got the 4 CPUs.
Now who's my
I got Noir in the
Well.
slot. She ran!
Well, I mean, Neptune can run by running straight to the left.
Oh.
It's straight to the left for her slot, and straight back right for Noir. And Blanc can also try and run by running straight backwards, but I mean, Blanc would not go before the enemies anyway. Okay, final battle. Like I said, it's got a chance of killing you. It basically relies on it doing multiple EXEs of its own.
I will be doing the safety save that I wouldn't normally do on a normal run, but marathon luck and stuff. Get over here
And then
so
if
those
we'll be-
encounters can screw off.
The final run. Yeah, so if you want Aurora to play in Japanese, then you gotta license it, snipe it. Otherwise he will also be in English. He might not even have the DLC downloaded, in which case you would be wasting your points for nothing, but...
We want a refund.
Alright. So, split up onto 3 platforms is generally fine. Like he's done here with Neptune and Vert. Then those two are fine on their own, normally.
No. Save the frame, Z.
Uzuma Salute is still a while away from being decided regardless, but yeah.
Oof.
Okay, there's the first EXE. Like you can see it does somewhere between 2 and 3k damage. Depending on the character. Whoever's holding the disc that was made for the CPU fight, it will do more to that character because it's a magic attack.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
sure.
missed. And dot
Cool.
done!
GG.
209.06 on my splits.
I guess I'll do a bit end.
8 minutes faster my true MPB.
I'll change it to 209.06, but we'll have to change it if it's like too close to a second or whatever.
Not bad, man.
I don't think it is though.
GG, thanks.
Yeah, not bad.
Well done. PB, and you can get third on the good end leaderboard. Z-Fresh is second.
This is my third
Right
run.
now.
This marathon I can submit to SRC.
I think Z-Fresh is second with like a 200, or it might be like a 2. I think it's definitely lower than this though.
The 204.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely lower than this, but
The
Not-
actual
Stop calling me out.
true run. I hope you enjoyed this run, but the actual
Stop calling
true
me out.
run is coming up next. So stay tuned
the final
for
boss.
the final boss indeed.
The final.
For War of Flow 12 with the true end new game.
Finally, someone that is not EndeavorGaming, Z-Fresh, or me doing the final run,
Yep.
as we said.
Someone else's time to shine. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you also enjoy the next run. So catch you next time. Thank you very much for watching my run. But I will be commentating in the next run anyway, so I don't know why I'm saying my goodbyes.
Well, Aurora's already streaming, so he's obviously fine, Z-Fresh. It's
Or I'll be
just that-
watching, or I'll be commentating most of it. I do need to go
Yeah.
to bed within an hour, at least. I'll stay for an hour.
I'll be back. I'm gonna grab something to eat.